Hello, everybody. Dave Greenhoff from the Remnant Church in San Luis Obispo. Today, we're going to be talking about the startup again this last week here, or actually this week, with Israel bombing Damascus. Now, there's a lot of things you could say. What are they doing this for? Well, we know they're still not through with their wars in the different areas around the Middle East relating to God helping them get that safe buffer zone so they can live in peace, living in peace, and not have these wars over and over again, which will be before, this has to happen before the Gog-Magog war. So, why is Israel bombing? Well, they've been saying because the Druze, the religious group, the Druze, have been asking for help and for their protection. And so they've been doing it for that. And also there's been a bunch of Christians and other fringe small groups like the Alawites that have been persecuted, killed, and just pushed around and out of their areas, and they're fleeing for their lives. Even at the minority of a few Jews living in Syria, same thing's happening. So Israel's doing this to try to help those minorities that are getting slaughtered by the new regime of Syria. They are going against and doing, basically, they're doing sectarian cleansing. They're trying to clean out anyone and everyone that's not the type of Muslim that they are and does not have their values about life and how they should live. Now, let's look at the Druze and who are they really? Well, the Druze really are a esoteric interpretation of the 5 pillars of Islam. That means they look at it differently than most Islamic people. And as far as the 5 pillars of Islam, they do not identify that directly as Muslims, but they accept the 5 pillars of Islam. But also, they accept parts of Judaism. They accept parts, especially of Christian religion. So they can pray as a Christian, pray as a Muslim, and try to blend in around wherever they're living. But they're not clearly Muslim, Christian, or whatever. But they are from originally a Muslim background. Definitely a fringe, different group in Syria. And only 2% of the population there in Syria are Druze. Now, there's probably just about the same percentage, but a little less as far as other different minority religions, but they're all getting picked on as an ethnic cleansing and a religious cleansing in Syria right now to make sure no one can come up against the new government. So why is Israel bombing? They're bombing to help these people, yes, but they're bombing to develop more of a buffer zone to keep them on the Golan Heights, the new regime in Syria, from having